Good afternoon, everyone. PA coming at you with the video that I promised to follow up on Sunday's message from Nehemiah. Pick up a stone. I'd encourage you to look for our link on our YouTube channel or on our Facebook page. Either one will get you to where that video is. We talked about Nehemiah and how he was upset and distraught over the things that had happened in Jerusalem. Hard to get that one out. And he went to his king. In the book of Nehemiah, he recorded his works and his plans, and he went to his king and eventually got back to Jerusalem with workers and supplies and everything that he needed to rebuild the walls. And our idea that we took from that was to pick up a stone, because everyone in the city that was able to, from one group or another, picked up a stone. And the application is easy enough. We have stones to pick up here. We have things that need to be done around here in order for us to be able to get back to worship. I didn't say get back to normal. I said get back to worship. We are going to be able to do that, and I'm going to talk about some things that our plans are in motion to get back into worshiping in our sanctuary. But first, I want to tell you about some stones that can be picked up. And this is in no way a complete list. This is a list that is includes but not limited to kind of list. So some of the things I cheated, I put them up so I wouldn't have to be looking down all the time. For facility cleaning, we have the food pantry doing 2 distributions a week, but we also have delivery days, some Fridays, one Friday a month, and folks packing bags a couple of days a week, packing boxes as well. So we need some folks to step up and pick up a stone of cleaning bathrooms a few times a week, because we want our place to be safe. Vacuuming. There's a lot of carpeted surfaces here that people walk over when we come to worship and when we do our food pantry. So vacuuming needs to be done a few times a week. Sweeping and mopping would need to be done at least once a week. The garbages need to be checked regularly, and they are, but our bathrooms and things like that will need to be cleaned and garbages checked periodically. Sanitizer stations, we're going to be getting a couple of no-touch sanitizers, one brand or another. I don't know what it will be eventually, but we've got the idea for what we want, and those will need to be checked regularly. Cleaning and sanitizing frequently touched surfaces. That's going to be a big one. That will need to be done very regularly and could be checked a couple times a week without even thinking that it's too much. And there are other little things that go along with this. Things like weeding the flower beds, checking things around the church and seeing if something needs to be picked up, checking in with Maggie or with Chris Wengert, throwing him under the bus a little bit here, to see if there's little projects here and there that need to be done that could be done by someone, anyone, when there isn't anybody around. These things, a lot of these things, don't need to be done when there are people here. And I know that's a big concern right now, and it's a valid concern. We're not really scared of each other, but I know there are some folks with certain risk factors, whether it be age or health. Hate saying that, but you might be a little hesitant to come out and do stuff, and I totally understand, and I'm with you, and I understand. And we as a leadership body, we as a church, we feel that way. Please, we want you to be safe, and we want you to be healthy. And we love you and we appreciate everyone. And when you feel like you're safe enough to be able to come out, if there's nobody here, then we'll have something for you to do. So there are some things that can be done to pick up stones around. Of course, not literally, but if you see a rock in the yard, it probably came from one of my kids. But if there's a literal stone, move it so the lawnmower doesn't chuck it across the street or something like that. But I'm going to break into now the thing that everybody wants to see and hear, so that rather is our safe return and what our plans are. What we have done is we have established a 4-member safe return team. You can hear committee if you have to, but I call it a safe return team. And those 4 members are Ruth Blackman, Dave Green, and Jeremy Robinson. I sit on that panel as well, and we have met twice as a team and have a direction for direction. You know, a plan to make a plan, which starts with a survey. A survey, it's just 6 or 7 questions, very short. It is available, or rather will be available online soon. I'll get to that. It will be available online, and when you submit it, it'll be just like any other internet survey. It will come right back to us. It's confidential. It doesn't go anywhere else. Of course, we won't share your information. And we plan to go live with that on June 7th. Now, between now and June 7th, we are going to be verifying and updating emails. And our secretary, Lynn White, will be doing that. And her email will be Second Baptist Secretary, or I can't remember exactly what it is. But it will be at gmail.com, and it will say Second Baptist Edmiston in there. If you're concerned about a strange email address, just give me a call or send me an email at the church, and we'll verify it. So we will be doing that between now and then, and verifying your email addresses. We have it set up so that more than one person from the same household can do that survey. It won't lock you out just because of an IP address or anything like that. And after the 13th, that's just 1 week, it's going to be out there. We want to get this done. After 1 week, the survey will come down from the website, and we'll compile the data and look at it. And it talks about how you feel about returning to worship as a group. In the meantime, we are going to be working on, in our safe return team, plans for traffic flow. We have an old building. It's very close in here. We're going to be working on our social distancing measures. We're going to be working on the box for the stones, or the cart for the stones of cleaning and maintenance. How long, how often do things need to be done? And, what does cleaning look like anymore, as far as how much, how often, how long something needs to be cleaned to be clean. The other thing that we really have to look at is our participants, as far as platform participation, for people to make the service function properly. So we've got a lot of stuff ahead of us, and our goal for returning to worship is July 5th. And I put that at the bottom because I wanted you to know, I needed you to know all of the things that are being discussed. Now that we have the opportunity, and a certain number, we're only up to 10 at the moment. We're hoping to be maybe 20, 25 by the time July comes around. We have some options that are floating around for different things to accommodate people. And we're working at it as a body, as a leadership team, and we need your prayer, and we need your support for helping us to carry all of these stones. And I think you're probably going to be worn out with that phrase here quick, but I'm going to keep harping on it, picking up stones, sharing the work, sharing the load. This is not the same as it was 3 or 4 months ago. It's not going to ever get back to normal. It's going to be different for a long, long time. And I want you to look at it differently. I don't want you to see the same Second Baptist. I don't want you to see the same Edmiston. That was not the same Jerusalem that was in existence before the exile. It wasn't the same. And this is not the same either. We love you. We appreciate you. And we appreciate your feedback. Don't ever hesitate. Sorry about that. I forgot to silence my phone. Don't ever hesitate to send us an email or a message on Facebook. We appreciate your feedback, and we'll see you real soon.